Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here with a real monument. Wow! This is like a massive family Bible. This thing weighs a ton. The pages are heavy and everything. Biblica, the Bible Atlas. Now, I did a thing on the Best Bible Atlas a few weeks ago and came to the conclusion the Moody Bible Atlas by Barry Betzel was the very best. Well, this is also done by Barry Betzel, oddly enough. And this is one of those premiums like you buy at Barnes & Noble. I actually had somebody, a young man at our church, a young preacher at our church, get me this. And I appreciate it so much. But I'm going to tell you, this thing has got to weigh 10, 12, 15 pounds. Comes with a bonus CD-ROM with this edition only. But, I mean, you can just see there's a CD-ROM there. But just look at how ornate this guy is. This is a list of the contributors. Now, this is not something you want to take to church with you. You don't want to just sit here and say, yeah, I'm going to take the Biblical Bible Atlas to church. This is a coffee table book. This is something you want to leave on because it is not going to fit on most bookshelves, and it's liable to collapse some of those $29.99 curio things that, if you're like me, you use as bookshelves because they're good prices. You can see too, it's not just the dust jacket. I mean, they did it all the way around. I mean, this thing, show you the back here, this thing has it. Great picture of like Moses overlaid on the Holy Land. Now let's just get into some of these pictures. And also, the paper quality is good. I also like the fact that it's got a ribbon marker. I'm really appreciative of that fact also. Let's get this thing put back together so we can take a look on the inside. Now, what I said about the pages are like glossy pages. Every page, and almost every page, if not every page, is going to have some type of illustration, either a painting or something. So let's look at this. I love this picture, this board game from Mesopotamia on this picture, by the way. It just shows human nature hasn't changed much. I remember I was studying from a program endorsed by the Canterbury Christ Church, I think at the time, or University of Wales, I forget which. I never finished it, but a PhD in philosophy. And man, it was like what they were struggling with 2,500 years ago outside the Bible, they're still struggling with it today. Well, people played games back then too. This is ancient Sumerian, Mesopotamian game. And I've just got to say, this is a keepsake. Let's see if it has a price on there. I was on eBay a few weeks ago, and if my memory serves me correctly, the most inexpensive one of these I found was $10. I'm going to tell you, it's well worth it. They may have to ship it through a semi. I'm joking there. But I mean, this thing is just humongous. I'll show you humongous. This is my large print Cambridge. Just kind of get a feel. And because of the glossy pages, it just I mean, it is heavy. Like if this was a certain type of paper, it wouldn't be nearly this heavy. But this white paper, just humongous. But the information, of course, I have not read this from cover to cover, but a lot of the information seems to be fairly conservative. It's not like something that would come out from Cambridge or Oxford that may have some neat stuff in it, but it's not going to be so conservative. But because Betzel went to Bob Jones, that type of thing, it's going to have a pretty conservative flair to it. And it's going to have some archaeology interspersed, a ton of maps, which I really like maps. I'll show you, like this is Paul's journey to Damascus. And they're color maps. Now I'm going to make a statement, like if you're on a limited budget and all you can afford is like a Bible and maybe a Bible dictionary, maybe a commentary or something, I'd let this be one of the things. I really would, because you're going to get enormous amounts of information out of this. I'd still get a Bible dictionary. I'd get the New Unger's Bible Dictionary, but there's several good Bible dictionaries out there. I'd get a New Unger's Bible Dictionary, maybe a Strong's Concordance if you don't want to look everything up online, if you just want to do it by hand. Get the Strongest Strongs or something like that. Strong's Exalted Concordance. And a Haley's Bible Handbook, unless you want to go commentary route. Then I'd get Barnes Notes. It's very good, even though it's dated. It's got a lot of good stuff in there. Or a J. Vernon McGee, or a John Phillips, or a Warren Wiersbe is also excellent. But I would let this be one of your staples. If you could only buy like 5 books, the Bible and 4 other books, let this be one of the 4, because it's just going to be mad. It's going to have so much stuff in it. And so, like, as far as portability, carryability, if you care about that, of course, get the Moody Bible Atlas. It's much thinner. And I wish I had a scale to show you. But this thing, I'm going to guess it's way over 10 pounds. And it's well over a foot tall. You can see that. But just so nicely done. I'm going to guess at like Barnes & Noble or someplace this thing sells for $39.99 on up. They've also got some nice books on like Egyptology. Comes with CD-ROM. I haven't looked at CD-ROM. Chief Consultant Professor Barry Betzel. Must have it just so good. I was going to see. It's first printed in 2006 and reprinted in 7 and 8. This was actually published in Australia. The moral rights of the authors have been asserted. So, that's kind of neat. Captions for the preliminary pages. God creating the waters. From the late 12th century Savigny Bible. Guardian Angel by Antonio. Good stuff. Biblica, the Bible Atlas, Social and Historical Journey Through the Lands of the Bible. Yeah, I'd recommend it if you can buy it for the right price. God bless you. And it actually, looks like it's actually got 2 ribbon markers. I had one stuffed in there. I just noticed that thing. See if I can get it out. It does, in fact, is that a ribbon? That is, in fact, another ribbon marker. A gold and a black. Makes it even better. So God bless. Talk with you later in Jesus.